Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dr. Harish Garg. Today I will explain you very beautiful concept named as stem and the leaf plot. बड़ी आसान तरीके से और खूबसूरत तरीके से समझेंगे आज के लेक्चर को. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. What we have discussed so far, we have already learned the concept of the graphical representation of the data such as the bar graph and the histograms with the help of more than 10 plus examples in both the cases. For more detail, you can watch these lectures available at my YouTube channel, Dr. Harish Garg. Now, today we are going to learn a very simple and the powerful method named as stem and the leaf plot. But first of all, the question arises is why there is a need of the stem and the leaf plot. So I will give the very beautiful examples. Assume I have to analyze the marks of the 15 students which is seen in your screen. Fine. Based on these 15 marks, can you tell me where the most of the students fall? Fine. Where the marks of the most of the students fall. How many students are less than of the average? How many students are on the extreme observations? Fine. That is not an easy target that once you can see the information. Another way is we can simply write these numbers, but it is a very difficult to understand the distribution immediately. So what we can do, the another way is we can arrange the data in the ascending or descending order. Choice is on your side. Fine. And then we can check, we can see their behavior. But again, it is not an easy target. That will definitely help us, but still not get any clear picture about how the marks are distributed. Fine. Then what should we do? Since my information is in terms of the quantitative, then as we have discussed in our previous lecture, I can also draw the histogram of this given number. So once we can draw the histogram, then can we get the clear picture? Again, the answer is no, because the histogram does not preserve the individual observation. Histogram only gives us about the overall shape of the data set. How you can draw the histogram? I can classify this into the class interval, let's say 40 to 45, 45 to 50, and so on. And then I can count the frequency corresponding to the each class intervals and draw the class histogram as 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and so on. Clearly say that will tell us only about the shape of the information, but the histogram fail to preserve the individual information. For example, if you look about the numbers like 56 and 60 or 53 and 63, if you look about the number 56 and 58, both are fall under the same rectangle. That means they have the same property, but actually if these are the marks of the students, 53 marks of the A student, 53 is the marks of the B students, then definitely the students who has obtained the 56 marks is assumed to be more intelligent than the 53, but the histogram will say all have the same information. Fine. So that is one of the drawback of the histogram. Now the question arises is there any other methods that shows the distribution look like say graph, but also looking for the each original value data set? The answer is yes. And the method is called as stem and the leaf plot. The idea of the stem and leaf plot is very simple. What we can do is we can divide any of the observations into the two parts. The first part is called as a stem. As you can see in this picture, this is my stem and their leaves. Fine. The stem is a leading digits except the last number, and the leaf is my last digit. For example, if I consider the number is 56, the last digit is my leaf and the rest of them is my stem. Fine. If I consider the number is 102, the last digit is my leaf the first two digits is my stem. Fine. So for example, 56, 5 is the stem, 6 is the leaf, 42, 4 is the stem, 2 is the leaf, and so on. But make sure whenever you have to construct the stem and the leaf plot, you have to arrange your data set in terms of the ascending order. Always. Remember students, you always have to write your data set in the terms of the ascending order. So for the given information, I can write as the ascending order. The first digit is my 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are called as the stems. Now, once you can write the information in the ascending order, the 4, what is the leaf of the first number is 2. The leaf of the second number is 5. You can put as a space between them or as a comma. Choice on your side. The third is my 7. Look at the third number. 1 is the leaf, 3 is the leaf, 6 is the leaf, 8 is a leaf corresponding to the stem 5. Similarly, for the stem 6, the leaves are my 1, 3, 5, 8. And similarly, you can find for the 7 and 8. Fine. Make sure students, the number, for example, 5/1, like of this number, that is the meaning of 51. Now from this table, that is a stem and leaf table, we can easily identify that each observation is preserved. Like what is the meaning of the 6? Stem is my 5, the number is my 56. Fine. Second is, based on this information, we can always, as I mentioned you, we can always write in the increasing order, and based on this stem and the leaf table, we can easily identify the most of the students are fall under the score of the 50 to 70. ये 50 to 68 तक हो गया. There is only one students who have scored in the 80s. The data set is already sorted, so we can find the minimum 42, maximum 81, and if you find the subtraction, that is called as the range of the data set. Now, this is one of the biggest advantages of the stem and leaf plots over the histogram. Make sure students, the histograms only shows the frequency in terms of the intervals, while the stem and the leaf plots preserves each individual information. Another thing, whenever your data set is a very small or called as a moderate, then you can always use the stem and the leaf plot. Whenever your data set is a very large, then you can always look about the histogram. Clear? Always remember, you can write the leaves in the ascending order. Stem is all digits except the last digits, and the leaf is always the last digit. For example, the school teacher measuring the height of the students in the centimeter. Below are my tables. Draw the stem and the leaf diagram to represent the given information. So first of all, you can arrange the data set in the increasing order. So what is the smallest number? Can you find the smallest number is? It is already in the increasing order. Fine. So once it is already right in the increasing order, I can start with that. So I can draw the table, stem and the leaf. Fine. So first of all, 15 is a stem, 16 is another stem, 17, 18, 19. So there are the 5 stem, and what is the leaf? Corresponding to the 15, you have the 3 stems are my 2, 7, 8. Remember student, 15, this is the division. Fine, that implies 152 centimeter. Fine, so I can write as 15 stem, leaf 2 is a 152 centimeter. Now you can substitute the value. It's a 2, is a 7. Either you can write as a comma, choice on your side, or you can put as a space between them. 16 has only 2 leaves, 17 has a 3 leaves, 2, 5, 9, and similarly 18 and 19 has the 2 leaves. Fine. This is the way you can construct the stem and the leaf plot. For more details about the 10 plus examples, you can watch about my this lectures where we have discussed the various different form of the stem and the leaf curve. If you are interested to watch more videos on the data representations, let me know in the comment box. You can subscribe my YouTube channels, like and comment on the videos as well. Best of luck students. Happy luck.